cashew, commercial production of cashew began in the early 90s by the shipment of just a mere 30 tons of cashew from the coast of Ghana. Now production has risen to about 230,000 metric tons. And that has come about as a result of the introduction of new cashew varieties into the farming systems of Ghana, varieties that are able to produce between 20 kilograms to 35 kilograms per tree. That is offering farmers a lot of income. And also in terms of quality, we have been able to raise the quality from a nut size of about 4 grams to a nut size between 8 and 10 grams, which is making the cashew farming practice very profitable. At the moment, we are still introducing new varieties that will produce nut weights bigger than 10 grams, but offer yields still higher than 20 kilograms per tree at 6 years after planting.
Okay. So what are the major challenges the farmers face in Ghana?
Challenge now has to do with old cashew plantations, which were established earlier from unimproved seed varieties. And these varieties are poor in terms of quality. As I stated earlier on, they are just a little above 4 grams or 4 grams. This is a bigger challenge. But then there are programs that are being rolled out to rehabilitate these old farms by top working these farms, cutting them down and grafting the new varieties or elite varieties onto them. But this will require money to compensate farmers to do this program, as when their farm or their trees are cut down, they will not have cashew yet. So they will need to be compensated in one way or the other. For instance, if we cut half, we should be able to give them money or support them to take care of them for the first 2 years until they come into bearing.
Oh, so when you
another challenge that is also has to do with the control of diseases and pests. There are issues with helopeltis, or as we all call it, the cashew mosquito bug. And we have control programs that needs to be adopted by these farmers. But at times, it will involve some money. And the government has put in place the Free Crop Development Authority to formulate spraying programs or disease control programs to take care of this. But still, we are still waiting for them. It hasn't been into action yet.
Oh.
Yes. And another facet that is also a challenge to cashew cultivation to the farmers has to do with climate change.
Yeah.
Yes.
That is one of the major problems nowadays.
Yes. Yeah. It's an issue with high temperature stress, high moisture stress that results in the drying of cashew flowers. And this has been seen reducing yields significantly by about 60%.
Okay.
Yes, and that is making the cashew farming practice unprofitable, especially in the northern parts of Ghana, where temperatures can rise above 35 degrees Celsius.
Okay. In a research institute like you or any other government organization, when they release a new variety, how they will promote to adapt to the farmer so that the farmer will adopt the new variety? How we will promote them?
Sure. What we're doing is we do adaptive research trials. Okay. We involve farmers. It's a participatory approach. So normally we test our varieties in the hands of farmers. So we have baby trials across the country where each farmer will have about 5 or 6 varieties in his farm, and we test this across different cashew ecologies. Okay. Then we have a main mother trial in the cashew breeding station. So at the end of the day, this demonstration plot or experiment will serve as a point where farmers will appreciate the performance of this variety and will introduce it or talk over it with other farmers and encourage them to adopt these varieties. And that makes it very simple. Okay. Again, we have also the master training program that has been organized by GIZ.
Yeah.
Yes, and we also introduce these varieties to them, tell them about the performances, the ability to withstand climate change effects, the ability to come to fruition very early. You know, cashew is a tree crop. Our breeding program, for a particular association to qualify as a variety, you should be able to produce twice the yield
Yeah.
in terms of your age. So by 2 years, you should be able to produce 4 kilograms a tree. By 4 years, you should be able to produce 8. 5, you should be able to produce 10.
Okay.
By this strategy, farmers are able to get early incomes
Okay.
and are able to establish these varieties.
What are the recent technologies or innovations farmers have adopted to increase their yield?
We are developing variety that can establish easily.
Okay.
One of the challenges to farmers is the high seedling mortalities after transplanting. So we are coming in with varieties that can give you over 80% seedling survival, and that will save the farmer a lot of cash. Again, we are rolling out polyclonal varieties. The advantage of polyclonal varieties over clonal varieties first comes in terms of the ability to establish easily. Because polyclonal varieties are able to develop extensive root system within the shortest possible time, they're able to withstand climate change effects. And they are able to access moisture deeper in the soil profile, and also they are able to produce higher yields. So these are the strategies we are rolling out to ensure higher yield. Another facet of interest comes with diseases and pest control. We've been able to establish the distribution and the occurrence of these pests and diseases in the various ecology, and we've been able to establish their curves to know the optimum or the threshold levels at which insecticides, which are eco-friendly, has to be sprayed.
Okay.
So this has enabled some of the farmers that has adopted our packages to increase productivity by reducing pest and disease incidents. For example, we are promoting the use of Ecophylla. This is a biological control strategy to manage these insect pests. By transferring them into your farms for them to establish their colonies, you are able to manage cashew mosquito, aeroplane bug, and etc.
Oh, it is nice to know that they are adopting various technologies to control the pest and disease.
Sure.
So one last question is, what are your outlooks on the upcoming 2024 cashew crop? What is the production and area?
Yeah, for the few yield data I've collected, the farm that I've visited, production seems to have lagged behind.
Okay.
Yes, the yield data collected is so small, and I foresee this year yield to be very low because the rains may come in, even though we will still be in the fruiting of flowering season. But as we all know, when cashew is flowering and fruiting and there are rains, they destroy flowers and reduce yield. So I don't expect much volumes of raw cashew nuts this year, this season.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you.